Okay, hello guys. Welcome to my channel, Anti-Illuminati La Plata. This is my second video, and this time I'm gonna make a video maybe not so technical like the video that I made before. And this is my channel for who they don't know me. In these days, I think we are living days of really strange days about all this movement, because I have all these videos, of course, alright, in my channel. So I have more than 16 hours of Spanish videos. I have some ones in English, but but in these few years that I made research of any kind based into the New World Order. Of course, the last topic that I found was the flat Earth. I call the multi-dimensional plane because it's not flat here in Argentina. The word flat is like saying a table. So we have mountains and all that kind of thing. So we are not talking about that when we say flat. I have a video called why we call a multi-dimensional plane. So for those who are interested, you can search the RQT algorithm and explain it everything in this video in English, where we don't see any curvature at any altitude, no matter what it is. So what I'm trying to make this video today is because I'm starting to see really strange things happen in all this movement. When I started to go deep into this situation of the shape of our planet, at the beginning I don't realize, I don't finally understand what was the objective. What's the matter, if it's round, if it's a sphere, or is it flat, or is it triangle, or a box, or whatever. And then when the time have passed and I research a little more and a little more, I really figure out what is the ultimate goal, because with the simple shape of the planet they empty the spirits of the half of population, because for the west part of the world, the most the most young generations are atheists, and they are atheists because they believe that the meteorite come into the earth, kill only the dinosaurs, and then we come from a monkey, and all the situation that we already know. I made a documentary, but in Spanish. But this video can show, maybe you know.
Yeah. I am an atheist. Yeah.
I am, yes.
I am.
So you're not an atheist? No.
So you're leaning that way because of evolution?
Yeah.
I don't believe in there's a guy in the sky that lives in the sky.
You believe in evolution?
Of course I do.
Yes.
And look at that, the journalists start to saying you believe in evolution. So it's a belief. In fact, 7,000 millions of people believe to a few who claims to be in the space. Alright? Because if we want to believe that the space is like they telling us, the only persons that can say yes, there is a ball in the space are these guys. How many astronauts go to the space? So even the engineers working at NASA, seeing all those monitors, are believing at this guy. Alright? Because at 2016 we don't have any real picture or filming of the complete ball blue marble sphere. Okay, so nobody have a picture. All right, nobody. All the pictures of our planet Earth are totally composite and fake. Okay, NASA even have a real one, and this is just a picture. Forget to ask for a complete 24 real-time hour, and like the NASA channel guy say, he say, okay, Nobody wants to have a 24-hour camera showing the planet rotating, showing us how the storms are forming, so you can warning those people in that part of the world to say, hey, it's forming a tornado. So of course everybody wants to have that kind of image, but they can't do it. 2016 and they can't do it. So this movement, it's never ever going to stop, because for stop this you need to show a real picture of the planet Earth via Hubble, via ESS, via whatever, but they can't do it. They never is going to do it, because we are living in other kind of thing. We are living in a plane, no a flat paper, okay? We have living in a dimensional plane. We have dimensions, all right? We have a body, a human body can drive a lot of dimension, because we have the level of the atomic dimension, then we have the body which can interact in third dimension, and then we have the thought which is in fourth dimension. Any person in the world, if he start to think sad, he's gonna cry. He's gonna produce a tear. Okay? Any person who think, and I am a man, and I put this sample for every man out there, but the women can translate for their own biological science. But any man who think in a woman is gonna be excited, okay? And there is a muscle in the body that can show that excitation that produce in a mind, because if in that time I cut off the head of a man and I open and I split it to find that image, I never gonna find it. And this is another dimension, and we have the cranial pine to interact with that dimension. When we're going to sleep, I recommend everybody here the web of to practice that, because some people doesn't want to take plants like ayahuasca or like that that kind of plant, because they are thinking that plants can be bad, and they maybe consume pills, but the plants are the bad. But it's okay if anybody can do whatever they want. So this page, which is in a lot of languages, can help you to get out into the other dimensions and come back with knowledge, okay? Because we make it all the night. You can escape to dreaming, okay? It's not like make an exercise when you can choose if you want to go or not to the gym, all right? You always gonna go to sleep, so it's better to get practice. The practice make the master, okay? This video,
Live science says of Darwinian evolution. It can turn dinosaurs into birds, apes into humans, and amphibious mammals into whales.
What Darwin showed in his work on evolution and natural selection is that we don't need to invoke any supernatural force or power to
any super
development of life through time on Earth.
So he's a professor, okay? He has a PhD, and he says that is no any. They love evolution because they can have the needless to evoke some natural force, okay? So how you explain why never see the other face of the moon? You can make any calculation you want, thousands of years, never show the moon, the face of the other side of the moon. So that is into a belief, all right? You can have the mathematicals. There is no other thing than the I don't know what is the word, the gospel. The mathematical is the gospel of the science, because you need to believe on those calculations to determine it, why is that the moon doesn't show us the other face. But you can be more simple and say, okay, there is no other face because the moon is not terra firma, okay? It's not a planet, it's not a satellite like the NASA guys are showing us, all right? So you can tell what kind of force you need to eclipse almost perfectly the moon and the sun in the world of randomness proposed to these Jesuits with the Big Bang theory. Okay, the most people they doesn't know that the theory of the Big Bang was presented by Georges Lemaitre, which is a Jesuit, alright, very nearly to Einstein. And all these people, and we know that all these people are Freemasons because they have the compass and the square. And this guy proposed the world. And another Jesuit like Darwin proposed that there is a meteorite, because if you don't believe in the evolution, if you believe in evolution, you can believe in flat earth, okay? Because it's hand by hand, side by side, the evolution with the space presented by NASA, alright? Because they need to telling us that everything was set up because this big asteroid that entered into the, but nobody found ever a little piece of that meteorite. And even in the university, because this video is come from the University of Minnesota, the own professors and students, they can't put any evidence of Darwinian evolution.
I think it's just fact.
Think more like facts.
It's not a belief. It's facts, okay?
There is too much evidence to ignore.
Too much evidence to ignore.
No, it's science.
It's the way it happened.
It's logical.
You know, all the scientists pretty much agree with it.
It's more of a fact.
That one is a start to telling us, okay, I pretty much agree with the science. So that agree is an energy, alright? It's not any proof, the observable, demonstrable, and repeatable condition. So it's just I believe it. I believe.
Did you start to believe? When I started to think for myself.
And then we found this kind of comments, alright? When I start to think for myself. So this guy, apparently, because maybe he is a genius, he never go to university. He never go to school. He invented their own material of education, alright? Because he's a genius. When he start to think from himself. So I ask to that kind of comment. I remember that the UNESCO is an institution side by side with the ONU that it's take care of our educational, scientifically and cultural organization. So these people doesn't show us the real education that the elite have, which is trivium and quadrivium, which is, this is in Spanish, but you can search for yourself in English, and what it's going to tell us it's that this is the free education and free art opposed to the slave education, esclavos, slave. So this institution, it's give to us the slave education, which doesn't show you astronomy, okay? They doesn't share with you the holy meaning of numbers. They never it's going to give to you the knowledge for uses an astrolabio or to understand the sky. They take off of the educational plans, because if the people know how to read the sky, it's obviously we are going to understand why they hide the shape of the planet. What can say? What we say to UNESCO? What Jack Parsons are doing? The founder of Propulsion Laboratory, which was a follower of Alex Crowley. Everybody knows Alex Crowley, all right? And there is the first jet propulsion engineering of NASA. He was to order Templi Orientis. They are all Jesuit. Come on, guys. It's undeniable. Alright? This is not a space. And the dinosaurs make the same company. ELM, Industrial Light and Magic. So they evoke, we know, because they every time they evoke this kind of demons, this kind of holy meaning of numbers, they have everywhere. So it's very easy to detect it. Alright? To these people, I like to share with them that the education that they say I start thinking for myself, it's come from Disney. From Disney and another guest here, alright? Because maybe all the thing that we know from the space is presented by Monsanto and Disney. What kind of education is this? I want my money back, okay? There are people that spend all their life working to give to their children a good education, and the education is made by Monsanto and Disney. 2 years before the moon was the most popular topic. 2 years before the man come to the moon. So this is a brainwashing, guys. Come on.
Miraculous future.
You have the rocket here, which is an obelisk. Is the obelisk, alright? You have the rocket to the moon, alright? So what is going on with here, alright? What's going on? Why Monsanto is sponsorship of the inner space adventure? There's no reason, alright? This is what we call now Epcot Center, guys. This is all light. This is all Nazis, alright? That's the truth. We need to admit, and we need to make another step in our life and share this deception, alright? Because if we here is very simply, alright? We have two models, alright? One model is gonna give you the power of yourself, and the other model is gonna tell you you come from a monkey and you are an idiot. So I don't understand the people that with life and suffering defends these guys to support the idea of we coming from a monkey. My God, this person doesn't have. I want to. I going into going forward because this video it has another objective, but I need to share my point of view. All right. The fossils of the cavemen.
Dinosaurs. It shows clear evidence.
Clear evidence.
I believe in science.
I believe in science. I believe in science. So the science and the religions institutions are the both faces of the same coin. They are work together, and they want our spirit. Who doesn't care about the spirit, because the most population in the world, they doesn't believe in the spirit, because they believe they come from a monkey and they live in a randomness space, Milky Way, in the blue marble. So that it's because why they don't believe in a spirit, in the power of their own spirit, because they are empty, because this new age thing, it's all about that. They need first to empty you, alright, because they can put the new religion if you are filled with the Catholic or with the Muslim or whatever. They need to empty first, alright? They need to empty. So they empty based on the shape of the planet, alright? That is the important thing. And then they're gonna come with this, with the new age, with the Aquarius age, where the first symbolic thing that they made was the sun god, alright? They want we give our power to the sun god. The movie Saget, for example, Saget is an excellent documentary, alright? I see in 2007, in the year 2007, and open my mind on a lot of things based on religion, but they say like the God is the sun, and the Egyptians love the god sun because he brings the life. No, no, no. We need the sun, but we need the moon, we need the earth, we need the water, and we need us to experiment the life. So everything is the same, has the same value. There is nothing more valuable than other, because here we are all together. So I have a conversation with a woman that in the maybe United States they know who is, and this is a great person, and I learned a lot about the imbalance between the man and the woman created by the shape of the earth. Okay, so this is in English, so I invite all the community, if they want to know why it's so important that the moon and the sun has the same size, and we can prove that they have the same side. And also it's in every single culture, even the Masonic philosophy has the moon and the sun at the same side, because it's the way it is. You can go out there, put some sunglasses and see the sun, and you're not gonna find a disc white, alright, at the same size of the moon. This is all fake. This is all fake. The moon and the suns, they don't spin, they rotate. So if are a rotation and not a spinning, you have a 2D in rotations, and for spinning you need to have a 3D dimensional object, and these are not a dimensional object. These are rotations. These are rotations. This is not a spin. This is NASA, and this is amateurs astronomies. And amateurs, the word amateur is not like a novato or like Rocky, alright? It's lover, amar. Amateur is that person that made an activity for love, not for money. So when you say an amateur, you mean a people who really believe in what they do, right? No matter if get paid. So the professional are paid to be that, to do that, but the amateur love what he made. So if you start to make your own experiments, you're gonna find it that this is real, and there is no doubt about this. I'm showing all these things because I want to make some kind of analyze what is going on with Tiger Dan and with this kind of things. Maybe I just expand a little, but I want to leave clear that these are topics that we can left out because Tiger Dan is like he forgot all this kind of evidence. Okay, so in some point he talk about like, okay, we don't have a map, so we don't have a case. No, wait a minute, man. Wait a minute, because if we doesn't have a curve, we don't have a ball. That's what you need to think, okay? And let me tell you that if we go into commercial planes, all right, because I want to go, okay, we are in commercial planes, so we don't see a curve. We make the measurement, we say okay, but planet Earth has a diameter to 12,742 kilometers. So making that mathematical thing, all right, because that is all about, if you want to go to to the gospel of the science, with that measurement, the curve, it's totally visible, really really low. There is nothing that we are like a bacterium. Fuck off. What bacterium? That is Darwin evolution. You compare with that kind of tools in your head. You are not a bacterium, man. We have a really good technology. So the mathematical things of the circle is determined. Pure mathematicals. Alright? Normal, regular, and officials calculations of how you need to make the calculations. Alright? The real calculations. So that part we also have to take in mind, right? Because that is the way the world works, with numbers. Okay, let's use our numbers and let us see. So if you have that, all right, and then you have for other in the other side, you also have that you have a commercial plane, all right, that show that. Then you have military plane. That military plane, it show there is no curve, because here in my video what I show to the people is how to correct the lens based on the straight of the wind, and also there is no curve, because when I put the wind straight, the horizons get correct and there is no any. And this is 8,000 feet, all right, the double or triple of a plane, a commercial plane. But then we go even higher with this analysis of Felix Blumer sham, and we also calibrate this image, and then we go more high and we go up with meteorological balloons, and we also determined that there is no any fucking angle of curve. Alright, so, and we go even higher because we go to the first civilian rocket, and the rocket show us a lot of magnetic fields. This video is amazing, so I recommend everyone to see the complete analysis of this kind of highest. But we even go here, and also they don't show us the curve, and even NASA can go out there. So I want to say, Tiger Dan, there is not like you say, because you doesn't found the connection between Australia and the rest of the world in your calculations, alright? But this is a problem of you. I think you make because what do you expect? You expect like the ONU put a map in their logo. Oh, here is, okay, here's the big secret of all is on the table. The ONU have the map. Of course they're going to divide and going to make the path a little more complicated than they put in the logo. It's your trouble no found that, okay? But you can leave out all the thing that we show here. You can leave out the NASA guys on the swimming, because don't forget a lot of this movement start when the people, the regular people in their house, start to see bubbles in the space. So if they are really in the space, why you gonna make it all fake? Why is gonna make it all fake if there is a real space? So we are going to deny. We are going to deny this kind of fakeness. We're going to deny the Freemasons at the space. Alright? We're going to deny this. We're going to deny this. Come on, guys. So I say, Tiger Dan, that you have something really strange going on here, because if anybody enter to the Tiger Dan page, you're gonna find a lot of videos showing an excellent research about the flat Earth. But suddenly he start to make this series of video when he wants to make a real precise scale flat earth map. So when he reached the last video, the 5 video, I think was divided in 5 parts, he coming like he start to say, okay, the Australia doesn't match, so that's the reason that the whole movement is fake, because he very strange thing, because he draw like he start to show us, you know, all his researchment and things like that, and blah, and tell us that the planes go up Antarctica, and there is a 12,000 people each month or each week traveling, and look at they're happy because this is the transpolar flight and whatever, and go. And he draw, for example, he start to making things strange because he wants to believe there is a kind of situation here. So he start to making all the things, and here we can start to see some kind, because he draw a line from Buenos Aires, and I am from Argentina, from Buenos Aires to Australia, passing directly over the center of Antarctica. Okay, so this is not true. This is a subliminal messages here. All right, and I'm going to share with you a video that I found in the English community, in the American community, that for me it's a really good piece to put on the table beside the Tiger Dan explanation. And I recommend you to see this video, because here even the professionals can answer about the evolution, and he start to making so nervous that the face is gonna start to rip apart. It's gonna start to blinking.
Thousands of examples.
Look, this is thousands of examples. Okay, give me just one.
Distinctly different fish.
We have thousands of.
Look at the mouth.
Can you give me one?
Look at the mouth.
I can give you thousands. Just one.
Just one.
Say, look at Lenski's experiments of bacteria then.
So what do the bacteria become?
The bacteria are still bacteria, of course.
That's not Darwinian evolution. That's not a change of kinds, is it? It is a change. It is a change in the genetic makeup of the bacteria.
A genetic makeup of the bacterium. Where the fuck are all the bones of the missing links? There is not one missing link, alright? There is not a missing link from the monkey to the human. There no is any bones of any situation of Darwinian evolution. So I'm gonna cut this. Whatever who wants to learn more about this, there is a video in English language from who they want to see what the fucking bullshit is all this evolution history presented by Jurassic Park, Industrial Light and Magic, and Disney. And coming back to this, because this is my video was to reach this point. I know I take me 35 minutes, sorry if it was a little boring, but I want to share a video that also was made in English, alright? And I think this is something that everybody needs to at least take in mind when analyze this kind of Tiger Dan videos. I'm going to open the Antarctic directory. Remember, forgot to go to Antarctica. Nobody. Okay? It's not a little strange that the same flag has more than 12 countries in the treatment of Antarctica? I gonna put that in, you know, let put everything in perspective, okay? There is something here is something strange, and nobody can deny this, alright? This is really strange. This is really strange, alright? This is really strange, alright? And like I tell you before, so Tiger Dan, he talks a lot, you know, from this issue with the transpolar flight. But I have something clear. I never I you know, I am from in this subject of the new world order like 12 years ago. I'm started with all this. 12 years ago is a lot of time. I started to know about the flat earth movement from 3 months ago. Really, there is no much, but as you can imagine, I am very I want to go really deep with this, because in only 3 months I have more than 60 hours of investigation from myself, and a lot of hangouts and you know, point of view of my research. So what I found, I found that this subject, this topic of the flat earth connects everything else. So this is a very powerful tool for detecting who are against the humanity and who are with the humanity. So I think it's really a very powerful tool. So Tiger Dan, you know, it's for me a little strange, because he do an excellent work, and then he just for a map come and say, okay, this is bullshit. I think, or I don't know, maybe he is under pressure, maybe he is under attack, or something like that, or maybe he is an insider, because I have 12 years in this and I never see a conspiracy that the regular, supposedly regular people try all the time to debunk. You can show video of Obama having sex with a dog and nobody's gonna say nothing. You can show the Vatican's the people in the Vatican's commit, you know, sexual abuse on children, and nobody's gonna go out to the bank. And with this subject, it's like, you know, it's like there is a lot of debunkings. So what's going on? Why a lot of debunkings? Because this is very powerful tool. You can measure the importance of the topic based on how many people attacked you. So we gonna this come to the point of be insider inside the insiders. So like I tell you before, if you want to look an alternative options of what Tiger Dan or a lot of other people talks about the Antarctica, I recommend you. I have found, you know, 3 different analyses of this transpolar route. The first is this one. The guy who made this video do a really good analysis of the flight, and because he starts with the analyze the tickets that it presented, the monitors who doesn't match the flight number with the flight number when the pilot talks. So even if this is a fake video, you know, made on purpose to demonstrate this majestic fly, even if that was the purpose of this video, the pilot talks about 16 hours and 45 minutes of flight. So you know, the guy analyzed, for example, this cut. Look at this sun, this illumination, and you know, suddenly look at the jump. When they put this, I don't know, right? Okay, so even that they talk, you know, they talk about a lot of time for traveling only 7,200 miles that it's supposed from Argentina to Sydney. So that doesn't match. And then he talks about, for example, the route that they use is this one that you can see here, this one, and he talks about
your alternative if anything happened. Could you land in this Argentinian station? No, because the airports are not appropriate to land these planes.
No.
Anyway, we
It
are
has some
far
ice
away.
runway.
We are far away
You're
from
far
everywhere.
away from it, yeah.
We are about
They also talks about that if
2,500 kilometers.
they have an emergency landing,
1,500
they
miles from the
have
South Pole.
totally forbidden going to the. So
With
they
several
can't.
bases.
They can. They need to
Navy
return,
bases, Air Force
or
bases,
they need
and
to
Army bases.
go to Auckland, or they
We are
need
the
to
first
risk and take
airliner
on the
all around the
Sydney
world to
airport
make this kind of
because
flight.
they don't have any
And
kind of
Buenos Aires,
permission. So
Sydney
something
is
there
the
is really strange.
longest
Then the pilot talks about that
flight
is the most
ever made
longest
for any
flight ever
airliner.
made, and we have flights about 17 hours, 16 hours and 50 minutes. So you know what I mean is the distance that this plane travels is distance that can make other companies. Okay, so this is doesn't have any special thing. The only thing that has based on the pilot's comment is a special route, you know, polar route, making the polar, who makes a polar route, a military guy.
Many years ago,
Okay,
developed
in
this
the
special
I
route.
think was 1980s.
Then
So
another
they
airline
first
like
are the
Chile
militaries
or
who
Qantas or
experimental
whatever started to
in these
use
zones and these areas, and
Shepard
then
did all around the
they
world, for example.
give those routes
And who made this
to
transpolar-
the companies.
transpolar route?
Then other interesting point, you know, these guys make a lot of analyzing things. In fact, he has 2 videos, and even they, you know, even he this is the, I think is, this is the other one that I want to show you, and this is in the second part, which is also a great part, because what we can see in the second part, it's a timer, and this person all the time he points the level of the plane. So it pass a lot of time in the cabin of the pilots, and the level is always straight perfectly. So there is no nose correction of the plane. There isn't any kind of curve correction made by the plane. So that is also a point to the flat Earth, right? Because that calculation of the nose must be correct for I don't know if for the minute or 2 minutes, I don't know. This is this not happen. So, and then the other, and they have a really good, really good points, and they also make a really good measurement about the fact that when the plane take off, they simply, because the people take photos about snow, but here is all the Cordillera of Los Andes, the mountain of Andes, and here is also snow. So, and this guy, he enters in the cabin when past 10 hours, okay, of flight. So a lot of picture can be also from Alaska. A lot of picture can be from other parts that can have snow and mountains, or when it take off, or when it's going to land. So we don't really know. We don't drive that kind of information. Okay, if everything is controlled, so we know who are the owners of the banks, the owners of the company travel. When the people say, when the people talks about, but they don't going to make a complete, you know, controlling of the airlines. Come on, guys, they control the fucking world. They have all the companies. They produce the wars. They produce the cinema, the Hollywood, the industrial pharmaceut, the military complex. All the politicians are under their command. So this is a one more. This is not an issue. In fact, there is too many people. 0.0001 of the populations travel each month, and that percentage of the people that they even think about this issue of with the flat Earth or globe Earth. So we can take this subject and drop everything else away, because that is what they want. That is what they want. And the last video that talks about that, it's if I don't misunderstood, I think is this one. So this one is another perspective of analyze, because here the idea is to put everything on the table. So this guy show who is the original guy who enters in the pilot cabin, and he also exposed him in a radio show talking about his profession and you know, things of that nature. So he do a really good research to showing this is the guy who enters in the cabin of a pilot at that supposed transpolar travel trip, but the problem is that he entered on the cabin past 10 hours, so from Sydney to Chile. So he wake up you know, almost to arrive to Chile. So this is the two videos most better that I found in this short time of investigation. And also recently 24 of this month in the channel of Flat Earth Conspiracy is this analyzing video, which I recommend who everyone doesn't see it yet, because it's a really good analyze, and I think that is what's going on. I think this operation, it's already made from the beginning of the 20th centuries, when they always try to keep this secret, because this is this movement is from the ancient cultures. This is not 21st century moda or 20th century fashion you know, trend. This come from the origins of the human. This is talk about our origins. That is important. So I think that the politicians, all these elite things in terms of thousands of years, so they know this is the moment that this is going to come out. So we need to be aware, and just because I like, you know, I like to analyze everything, because like we say here in Argentina, by their fruits you shall know them. So how is the meaning of the only two companies like LAN Chile and Qantas, which is the fruit? I'm gonna show that.
Many years ago, developed these special routes that then another airlines like LAN Chile or Qantas or whatever started to use. Like,
so they first made that. They prove a lot with military things, militaries, companies, industries, and then they release two companies, you know, LAN Chile and Qantas. All right, but I'm going to show you a little thing about those companies. All right, and I'm going to show you this because maybe you are not aware to this kind of connection. But you know what, LAN Chile is a company, and you're gonna understand better because you are from English language. So this have an start, you know, with a pyramid. Here you can see the pyramid, and this is a 5-point start, and this is called LAN Airlines. But the frequency of the word land, not with the final like land of ground, LAN, it's a very similar to lamb. Alright, and what is lamb? So one of the company is the LAN Chile, right? So to be foolish in that kind of trouble, And this is all subliminal. I know I am talking about energy. Okay, you need to be aware that we have energy, we have spirit, we have consciousness, and that kind of that thing. The mind, it's very easily to trick, but the heart not. Okay. One company is the Lamb company, and these 5-star points. So we need to start. We need to understand they play at subliminal levels. All right. So this 5-point star, it's represented. It's this star. All right. This is the symbol who drive the lambs in this planet. So they have there. You must be need to learn more about biocodification and programming of the subconsciousness. All right, because our language is totally corrupt. The word is in a vibration that produce reality. So when you speak, you create worlds around you and inside you. All right. So that is the way they have the same start in the parliament logos, represented the horns and the devil. I don't know which is the name of the I think is the name is God. Okay. One thing is the lamb, another thing is the God. All right. This is Baal. This is a Sumerian entity called Baal, and this is a human child drinking from his mama. All right. I don't want to be. I don't want to receive the majestic, like Bob Marley say. They come with his majestic, and we don't want the devil philosophy. All right, we don't want this. And I'm not a religious. This movement, it doesn't. The people need to understand that this movement is not to, to give again power to the churches. Oh, because the world is flat, so the Bible has right. No. Don't get confused. We as free humans, we need and we want to put on the table that the religious institution and the science institutions are driving from the same guys. Okay, because who is going to deny? These guys control both the science and religious institutions. So don't believe these kind of guys. All right. So Tiger Dan, he never speak about this flight, and let's going to continue. But I want to show the symbolic, because in Spanish there is a like terminology that says, okay, from their fruit you're gonna know it. So this is the same. If you detect this kind of thing, you're gonna know from who comes. All right. And the other airliner is Qantas. Okay. So Qantas, which has a pyramid color red, it also have a little suspicious subliminal message here, because of course we all know that this can be, all right, a pyramid, but maybe the people doesn't know, all right, that this, and let me do something like this. Okay, we can put it like this, and then we can invert it, and then you have the Satanan quality. Okay, which is something pretty like Satan. All right, there's a few words inside there. Satan quality. Okay, Satna quality. This is very suspicious. Of course, anybody can think whatever they want to think. You can think this is all casuality and doesn't have to be anything with it, anything with other thing, who wants to believe that the moon landing was on 19 well, we know, right? So if they want to believe that this is all the casuality, that this logo, the black sun, which is used by the CIA, it's also casuality, and okay, we can start to to think that the astronaut is making the will of Shiva because it's also a casuality. I think if we think these all kind of things are casual, is because the brainwash is really deep. We can think another casuality that satellite, all right, is elite of Set. Set, it's the god of the underworld by Egyptians cosmology, philosophy, all right. And if we take a look to the dinosaurs in the Vatican, we need to take serious the things very serious, seriously. Okay, these people is also a casuality, and this is Argentinians politicians. This is also all casuality. This guy was with like everybody know, with John Kerry. Okay, John Kerry and Anton LaVey. Alright, it's in the news, man. It's in the news. So this is also casuality. This is also casuality. And the Christian religions be the same of Egyptian religions who take the sun as the god. It's also casualty. And they tell us like, okay, we are make it turnings around the sun, make it turning around their magic. That is the symbolic. And the sun and the moon are equals. So I want to leave clear a last message from me, from my research and my investigations, because this this topic, because if this come to the population, the whole circus fall down, you know, the house of cards. Look at the trend of the last few months, all right? And in English, it's also have a peak in the statistics, you know, like this. So this means that the system knows that we are talking about the most secrets in the secret world. The Holy Grail is this topic. So they have a lot of power. They have the institutions, they have the scientific institution, the religious institution, the medical institution, the ONU, the UNESCO, OMS. They control every fucking thing. They control all the aligners. They control all the politicians' chairs in the world. So I'm started all this about flat Earth from a guy that maybe, of course, you're going to know it because it's from NASA channel.
It was like
and this guy, it's also have a lot of other videos that try to debunk and say, okay, he has a shirt with the 33 number in the shirt, so he's a Masonic guy, and maybe he make like a car accident and he has the face all broken, but he has all the needs totally, you know, without any issue, without any scare. So maybe he is, I don't know, I don't think he is, okay, but I don't know it, and I am, so I need to put all on the table. So we must be aware and remember this concept of flatness of a plane comes, all right, from the antiques cultures. This is not a topic from 90s or 2000 years, okay. This is a concept of the creation of the human being, all right. So this is not to a group of people, to a society, even the flat earth society, who knows that today that is the worst place to go and find information. This knowledge, it comes from the people who made a lot of a lot of pyramids that we can't even reproduce today. Okay, we are talking about this kind of thing that we can even reproduce. There are more than 2,000 around the world. So this is the only institutions that make this shape to empty the spirit of a person's. If you want to know more about that, you can find the Monita, which is the manual of Jesuit order to take the spirit of the humans. Okay, take a search and see what it's in these pages. EHS, Isis, Ra, E, Elohims, alright, Is, Ra, El. I invite you to connect all the dots, not just the dots that you know it's better from one of the sides or better to another of the sides. We need to put all on the table. See this video, it's in English. If you have any doubt about the Jesuit, the Zionist, the demons behind all this. I was with Santos Bonacci 2 days ago, and we have a really nice conversation. We are talking about of the size of a spiritual size, because this is not all material. I know the ESS cost, for example. Look at how deep the House of Cards goes. 150,000 millions of dollars for this thing. Just this, not about the people who works in the all. We are talking about all the agencies that also has this symbol. This is another thing that we can talk in another video. So just the SSS cost, it's represent about, and I'm going to say a random number, but if this 100,000 miles of millions, so for the entire population it's like, I don't know, $6 million to entire population, to every single human on this earth. So the poverty will done. We solve the poverty just with this number of these guys who I just I want to to see this kind of thing. This kind of things, it's that cost. That is the cost. This to pass a taco in the space, to make who is looking this guy out of camera, and why he is pointing the horn, Why they play the guitar? 150 millions dollars for playing the guitar in the space and eat tacos and empty the spirit of all the humans, at least in the west part of the plane. We are more than monkeys, okay? And they don't want to we come with this truth. That is going on here. We are not a fringe of people. We are not scientist people. We are the 99%. Okay? So make your own research and you're going to find the truth. I just want to point that maybe we are in conspiracy inside of conspiracy, because we think the Antarctica is totally access, but 2016 we can take a picture real from the space, but we can go at the frontiers of this plane, no matter what technology. This is an intelligent design to keep us in this plane. No matter how technology you have, how smart you are. All the people that goes to this, they all die or need to return. There is no way. For the humans, there is no way. And this is a topic that it's impossible to came out and the rest of the world know. So they going to try to the bank, making these these fakest religious people that first talk about a lot of the yes, the earth is flat, and the earth is flat because this, that, one, and then someday, no, flat earth deception, 10 part, I have 10 parts already made, and the mass media pick up only the information and tie it down. And the rest of us who make this kind of researchment, why we don't take in account in the table of options? They don't talk nothing about them. They don't show us these kind of Masonic things in the space. So here is something really strange. Maybe we have an opposition inside opposition, because they need to convince all the world that all these kind of proof, the high altitude camps, the level, the wiring in the astronaut, everything that this guy put on the table are fake, because he can resolve a map. So we need to keep searching, we need to keep sharing, no matter what continent or what language we are. We need to be together, because divide and conquer is the words, the concept, but our concept is the strength is in the union. So we need to keep together and love with each other. Goodbye, see you in the next video.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm not stopping. I'm going to keep going as long as I can go with it. I'm not changing tactics and switching. When you see me switching, when you see me coming on the YouTube saying I don't believe the flat earth anymore, then you can assume that I've been tortured into that viewpoint. I don't believe the flat earth anymore, then you can assume that I've been tortured into that viewpoint. I don't believe the flat earth anymore, then you can assume that I've been tortured into that viewpoint. So yeah, I'm going to be continuing with the flat earth videos.